All men should watch this video. 7 psychological secrets that make women deeply attracted to you. Be honest. Have you ever loved someone so deeply that their silence still echoes in your mind? You scroll through old messages not to read them, but to feel them. Every word, every "I miss you," burns now like a lie wrapped in memory. She walked away, didn't she? Maybe she said, "I just need time." Maybe she didn't say anything at all, just disappeared. And ever since, you've been haunted by that one question that keeps men awake at 3 a.m. What did I do wrong? But here's the truth most men never hear. It wasn't your message, your looks, or your timing. It was your energy. You gave your heart like a man begging for permission to love, instead of a man who knows his worth. She didn't reject you. She rejected the part of you that forgot who you are. And if that line stings, good. Because what comes next will rebuild you into the kind of man no woman ever forgets. The man who doesn't chase closure because he is the closure. The man who makes her remember you not out of guilt but out of gravity. So before you scroll away, do one thing. Type the last words she ever said to you in the comments. Not for her, for you. Because tonight we're going to burn the version of you that begged and resurrect the version she'll regret losing forever. 1. The power of controlled indifference. Let me tell you about James. He was in his late 20s. Smart, decent-looking, successful enough. But every time he liked a woman, he'd go all in. Texting too often, complimenting too much, trying too hard. And guess what happened? She always lost interest. See, most men think that showing more attention equals more attraction. But women aren't drawn to availability. They're drawn to value. Controlled indifference is when you master the art of caring without needing. It's when your energy says, "I like you, but I don't need you to complete me." That emotional distance creates tension, and tension is the oxygen of attraction. When you're indifferent in the right way, she starts to wonder. She starts to chase clarity, and in that curiosity, her emotions awaken. Understand this, your attention is currency. Spend it like a king, not a beggar. Till mystery, the ancient currency of desire. A woman's attraction isn't logical, it's emotional. It's born in the unknown. You ever notice how she's more curious about the man she can't quite figure out? That's mystery, and mystery is power. Mystery isn't about hiding information. It's about revealing yourself in layers, slowly, intentionally, with confidence. It's about saying less, but making every word mean something. When a man tells her his entire life story in one night, there's no room left for imagination. But when you drop small pieces and fragments of who you are, with silence in between, she fills the gaps with her curiosity. And curiosity is what keeps her up at night thinking about you. A mysterious man doesn't overshare. He doesn't need validation. He lives a life so rich in purpose that she wants to earn the right to see more of it. Be the ocean, not the pond. The ocean doesn't reveal its depths easily. And that's why people get lost in it. 3. The masculine calm, her emotional safe haven. In a world full of chaos, drama, and noise, a calm man is like silence in a storm. You see, women are emotional creatures, not weak, just deeply attuned to energy. When a man loses control of his emotions, she feels unsafe. When he reacts to everything, she can't trust his center. But when you can remain calm, in conflict, in temptation, in silence, you become her anchor. That's the essence of masculine energy. It's not loud. It's not aggressive. It's grounded. A woman doesn't fall for your muscles. She falls for the peace she feels in your presence. That peace tells her you're not desperate. You're not afraid. You're in control. That's why the strongest man is not the one who speaks the loudest. It's the one whose silence demands respect. 4. The subtle art of emotional contrast. Here's something most men never understand. Attraction thrives on contrast. When you're only serious, you become boring. When you're only funny, you become a clown. But when you master both, the ability to be light and deep, playful and serious, you create emotional movement. And movement is what she craves. One moment you make her laugh. The next you lock eyes with her and say something that hits her soul. That's when she feels that rush. That's when she starts imagining you in her world. A woman doesn't fall for constant happiness. She falls for the journey of emotions you take her on. So don't be afraid to tease, to challenge, to disagree. With calm confidence, that unpredictability keeps her emotionally alive. Remember, still water is calm, but moving water is alive. 5. The power of purpose. A man without purpose is like a boat without a rudder. It floats, but it never arrives. Every woman can sense it. When a man's life has no mission, he becomes needy. reactive, dependent on her attention to feel valuable. But a man with purpose, he's different. He walks differently. He speaks differently. His time feels precious. He's not distracted by every pretty face, because he's building something bigger than himself, and that is magnetic. When you're a man of vision, she doesn't complete your world, she enters it. She feels the gravity of your mission. She wants to stand beside you, not ahead of you. A woman doesn't fall for your words, she falls for your direction. So stop chasing women, start chasing your purpose, and you'll find women start chasing you. 6. The emotional mirror effect. Humans are emotional mirrors. We reflect what we feel. If you're anxious, she feels it. If you're confident, she feels that too. Women subconsciously mirror the emotional tone you project. That's why confident men seem to make women attracted. Not because of what they say, but because of what they radiate. If you believe you're enough, she'll feel it. If you walk like a man who knows his worth, she'll treat you like one. Here's the secret. Attraction isn't something you create. It's something you reveal. You don't convince her to like you. You remind her of the energy she's been craving all along. Be the mirror that reflects her best self. Make her feel more beautiful, more feminine, more alive in your presence, and not through words, but through your energy. 7. The scar and the crown. Let me end with something few men ever talk about. Every man has a scar, a heartbreak, a betrayal, a failure that shook his soul. And most men hide it, afraid that showing pain makes them weak. But here's the truth. Your scar is your strength. When you own your pain without letting it define you, it gives you a depth that no fake confidence can match. Women can sense that authenticity. When you've been broken and rebuilt yourself, your presence feels different, grounded, real, masculine. The man who hides his past is fragile. The man who transforms it becomes unstoppable. That's why she's drawn to older souls, not because of age, but because of wisdom. You don't need to impress her. Just be present, whole, healed, and focused. Because a man who's healed his past becomes a man who can lead her future. Conclusion. And that, my friend, is the ultimate psychology of attraction. It's not about tricks. It's not about pretending. It's about becoming the kind of man who naturally pulls respect, curiosity, and desire simply by being who he is. So take a deep breath. Remember who you are, and never forget, the moment you stop chasing women is the moment they start chasing you. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.